Hey guys, so I know it's been quite a while, and I kind of went on my little rage, made a tantrumy scene earlier thing, and that's I guess the base of it is that I do wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a very openly emotional person, and if I feel some way at some time, I'm not gonna, I don't know, like wait until I don't feel that way anymore and forget how I felt at that time. Like I feel like if someone feels rage at some point, or someone's feel happiness at some point, or bliss, or whatever it is, that they should remember how they feel at that point, because whether they agree with themselves later or not, it's still an important lesson to learn just morally as a person. And if you don't understand what I just said there, that's fine. You'll, I don't know, understand it at some point, or I just explained it really badly and you never will, and it's okay. I'm alright with that. Um, the reason I raged earlier was because, like, when I deleted all my dungeon videos, is when I made those, I was thinking to myself for quite a while, like, as I was learning to dung, and, like, I'm still dunging now with friends because it's a fun thing for me to do. When I do it with friends, it's enjoyable, it gets me some fun toys, hopefully, for the new bounty hunter that's coming out, which will hopefully be worth it, and will hopefully be good. Because that's, if anything, gonna revive the wilderness, because if you go to the wilderness right now, if you go to Edgeville, do you know what Edgeville's made up of? Edgeville is made up of teams of people using Storm of Armadyl, rushers who have finally learned to rush, and this was going to be my guide on rushing after Free Trade was released, was if you want to rush, all you have to do to rush quote-unquote successfully, or just without dying, is to either soul split when you rush and use a unicorn, or one of the two, like unispec when you do your first and second claw hit, etc. Or the easiest and virtually foolproof way is to, well, I apologize, is to just use a teleport tablet on your second special, and you won't take any damage, and you'll be able to teleport away and get back in time to loot if you actually get the kill. So it's full of complete rushing douchebags, people with Goliath gloves in complete rag, just also being douchebags. The teams of armadillers and, like, raggers protecting the armadillers. There's like 5 of them just chilling under a plant, and plants and vexilliums, whatever they're called, haven't been updated to actually not hide people anymore, which that just bothers me to no end, is that Jagex, for some reason, wishes to keep a way in the game for people to, well, effectively just PK invisible. You do have to be standing still, but you can still, use any ranged combat you wish. And people can't see you switching, etc., etc. And it's not fun. If you go to multi, it's full of one-itemers, and unfortunately the one-itemers have prayer pots, so realistically, unless you've got 20 people Ancient Mace specking them at the same time with Smite on, then they're not going to lose their one item. So it's, just full of raggards there. And everyone these days PKs for money. Which is fine, because as the game progresses, more and more money's put into the game, and I understand that. And it's at a point where, I remember back in the day, the clips in the background, by the way, are done in 2006 gear and prayers, and he brewed down to about 70 defense to, make it as if I was fighting a good Barrows PKer. God, what was I talking about? Alright. Back in the day, I'd PK on my free-to-play pure a lot, and I just, I did that range to two-handing beast mode crap, because that was really, really fun. And, PK like a rune scimitar and a rune two-hand, and that was like 80k, and you were like, oh my god, that is a lot of money. And you'd go look in your bank after you had like a 6 streak of like 5 kills, 1 death, and you'd see a bunch of scimitars and a bunch of two-hands in there and some food and stuff, and you would just be overjoyed. And god damn it, I lost a defender. Oh. Good thing I have a great way of getting those back, which I might put in. I don't know, you might see that at the end of the video. Never know. And that was a lot of money back then, and it's not so much that it was about the money, but it was like, I can have fun PKing, everyone's being honorable, and, the one guy that's like fire strike to two-handing and running back into the ditch, everyone would just attack them with prayer on and just be a total dick to them, because they were rushing and PJing, and they were not being, like, I say honorable, they weren't having, I can't think of the word, they weren't having class, they weren't having, I want to say pride, but just... They weren't being courteous to other people, and back in the day that was a big thing. And I even in pay to play, admittedly all you could really rush with back then was a DDS, but you know when people did that, it hurt because people didn't panic pray like squids shooting ink when they're in danger. People didn't do all these things that they did back then because it wasn't needed as a reactionary thing. You didn't have to be constantly ready to put on that Phoenix necklace to God, what's the like most ridiculous healing combo we've got these days? Shark to pie to brew to chocolate bomb to Phoenix necklace to redemption for 990 hit points. Fuck, I don't know, man. Just the amount of healing and damage that can be done these days has required us to just panic and just not. I don't know. It's not fun anymore. Like high risk fights, you know, these days are just people with like claws to Gmaul to Statius Warhammer to just do 990 damage in what, like 3 ticks or something, or 4 ticks. It's ridiculous. And even in free to play, it's a lot better. Though the animations look so stupid these days. Like if they still had the old 2-hand animation, I think I'd be getting a lot more of the old scimitar look or something, you know, stuff like that. But I just, you know, pay to play PKing just isn't fun these days anymore because the community has died. The main PKing spots where people would go for fun and for a good fight have now just become places where people purely just go in with claws of strength, amulet, and rune gloves and some venturins, die for spec back or even teleport them back because they don't even want to lose that amount of money and just rush people and hope for the kill and just do all these other stupid things. And I know a lot of people are going to comment to me like, oh Matt, you rush all the time. Not well, like you rush people all the time in pirate gear and stuff and like in rag, and my rag is at least always 300k plus if not 1 mil. And the reason I PK in like pirate gear with a chaotic maul and stuff is because what edges these days, I honestly think that me trying to venge combo with no real defense bonus and kill someone that way who is in gear is at least more fun, or, you know, dare I say the word skill in RuneScape that isn't, you know, triberding with overheads on. For edge combat, like that's the only thing that I could find fun for a long time, because if you go hybriding is now just people taking turns in teams and single after TBing you with claw specs and depot specs and going, oh, good fight 5 mil, good fight 5 mil, and just all these other stupid things, and I can't stand it anymore. And it's not even like, oh, if you're not going to do that, what are you going to do? You're going to go skill or something? No. If I don't find RuneScape fun, I'm not going to play RuneScape. And I go on when I want to do something with friends, when I want to make a video because I feel like I have a reason to make a video or do something because I want to. I don't go play RuneScape to go, you know, glorified watch TV anymore. That's not something I do these days. And I'm not saying you should quit. I'm not saying you should know life. I'm just saying you should play RuneScape when you have fun doing it, because that's what games are for. And I just got Kyra under there. Jesus. And this was really fun for me. We both had a lot of fun. We're both going to go Brid later in 2006 gear just because that's enjoyable. And something, the reason what brought up this gear, see, I'm not even protecting item. Oh, I'm such a beast. Oof. The reason I brought up this idea was like a lot of people want to make money PKing, but don't want to do it in the kind of, you know, context that we've got it in right now, which is literally just going into a really horrible environment with a horrible community. And I know this isn't going to fix anything, and the new Bounty Hunter might fix this completely or not do it at all, so it could still be needed. I really don't know. But I was just thinking it might be kind of cool to have like a clan chat where you could go in and look for 2006 fights. Whether that be in the duel arena or in the wilderness, I think you should just man up and go in the wilderness so that if you want to use a torso or a fire cape or something with risk fights, then you can risk that, but you've got to risk it to have that actual higher bonus. And, you know, you could just, well, I guess you can't use money because it goes back into the pouch when you decline the trade, but you could use things like items. You could risk a Fury or something in a non+1 world just with the old prayers and like 2006 gear on and stuff, or you could DM and just, I don't know, I think that'd be a pretty cool thing. And even if that doesn't happen, even if, you know, nothing I've said actually really means anything, I hope you enjoyed the video with me just fighting my friend with, you know, the 2006 gear, and we both had a lot of fun doing that. That brought back a lot of memories, and I have never spam clicked a shark so hard and so quickly in my life to stay alive. Because you don't understand. Well, you do understand, you've just forgotten. You've forgotten what it's like to panic eat, because your panic eat heals, what, like 700, 800 and a couple game ticks. When you PK without brews, without phoenix necklaces, without all these little things that just increase your survivability that much. Now, admittedly, we've got on the normal prayers and other stuff to make sure we don't hit too high to make it unfair. Because if you had turmoil and everything hitting like 500s with whip through only being able to heal 20 at a time, it would be kind of silly, so we're not doing that. But it's really fun. And I don't really think like the RS 2006 or whatever has a lot of popularity for that right now is necessarily the answer, because I don't think a lot of people just want to restart all their work that they've done, all the effort they've put into their current accounts and everything. But I do think that, if people want an older game back, at least for PvP, then they're still able to do that. All the gear and prayers and everything else that was back then is still here now. Go do it with your friends. Go, let's try and make that community thing. If if you're still listening right now and you think that's a good idea, let me know. Send me a private message. Post it in the comments. Say, yeah, it's an awesome idea. We should make a friends chat and do that. Or God, I don't know. For now, you can just use mine. Jump into my clan chat if you want to do some old 2006 fights with people. I'd be really happy to do that with people. And if people want to stake money in the duel arena with it, or want to, I don't know, try and make some money off it, or even just do like 500k, whatever. Just like, hey, let's go staking in 2006. That'd be kind of cool, because it'd bring back a lot of memories, and I don't know, it was a pretty fun experience for me. I had a lot of fun with it. And finally, when I'm making this video, and when I'm thinking of everything else before, when I went for my little, I guess, YouTube version of finding myself, I realized that, for the longest time, for months now, that I haven't been making videos for myself. And that's what you need to do when you make videos, when you do anything that requires creativity, is you should either do it for a friend, for a loved one, or for yourself. Because if you try and just do it for people that you perceive to be your fans, or your audience, which is what I believed for quite a while. It's like I was trying to make videos for my subscribers, so I gotta do it for them, No, because then you're not trying to get like super over the top crazy here, but if you're not doing it for yourself, it doesn't have heart, it doesn't have soul, it doesn't have blood, sweat, and tears in the way that it should, and it won't show. And any videos that I make from now on are going to be ones that I make for me. And if you want to be along for that ride, then that's awesome. If you want to watch my videos, the ones that you like or the ones that you don't like, whatever, if you think it's cool, tell me, let me know. That'd be nice. That'd be nice to hear. But if you don't like it, that's fine, because you don't know why? Because I didn't make it for you. I made it because I thought it was a good idea. I thought it would help people. I thought it would be a nice thing for my friend to see how I do something, or to help him out, because he hasn't played in a while or something. And I made it because it was fun. And if other people like that and want to see more, then that's awesome. That's great, I've now got more friends who want to be a part of that. But if people don't like that, then that's all right. That's fine. It's great to have constructive criticism. It's great to have feedback. And anyone that just hates on something, to hate on something is, they're just a hater, and that's, it's a part of life. That's fine. You shouldn't get mad about that like I do. But I finally realized, just after a couple days of thinking about it, that I do just need to make videos now, for myself or for friends, because when I just try and make them for quote-unquote my subscribers, it doesn't work out, because then I'm really, really antsy about everything, and I'm really, kind of held up on how it does. And if it's got, even though the like ratio or something, or the ratings are like, I don't know, 100 to 30 or something, pretty much anyone that's bothered to comment is just a troll, and it's just saying, oh, you're not allowed to make this video, oh, this sucked, oh, this is stupid, and it's really annoying to wake up and have a bunch of people hate you. I mean, it's not that many, and like a lot more people like me, but it's just, when I made something purely for the fact, for people that were subscribed to me, and then it doesn't get a good response, I get really, really butthurt, to put it simply in internet terms. And I shouldn't be doing things like that. So from now on, all my videos are going to be made for me, and I don't mean that in a selfish way. I just mean when I make something, it's going to be because I wanted to, and it's going to be because I'm happy to make it and I had fun with it. And if people like it, that's awesome. You know, come along for the ride. It'll be great. But if people don't like it, that's cool. You know, if you don't like my content, go see someone else's content. It's not a big deal. I'm not too worried about it now. So I really hope you like these. If you want to see more, you know, PKing style videos in 2006 gear, either just with my friends or against subscribers or I don't know, whatever else, either in Brit or just edge gear like this. Admittedly, I can't skull in the torso and fire cape and stuff because I'd have to get it back then. But then again, if you're rank 5 in all the barbarian assault things, then definitely send me a PM because I'd be willing to get a bunch of torsos if people really wanted to see like a 2006 PK video. You know, I'd skull in that gear from back then just to get those hits, even though, you know, I've only got like 150 mil bank just in total, and I am still technically going for my yellow. Uh, I'd be willing to do that because it's not like, oh, I'm willing to do that for you guys. I'm doing this for you. No, that'd be really fun. But you know, I am gonna need your help to get some torsos. I can get the fire capes myself. That's not a big deal. It's only like an hour per. But for the torsos, if you're maxed rolls, you let me know and we can get this started. And I don't know, you know, video suggestions are still always really, really helpful when people give me an idea because if I can say, well, you know, I would have fun doing that, then I go and do it. And I go and have fun with it. But I don't just want to go and make a commentary PKing video because everyone, and I mean, just, okay, not everyone, you know, almost everyone, just complains constantly that I'm not making PKing videos. They're like, Matt, why you no PK? Why you no go PK in Edge and the super reggae gear or in Risk or I don't know, whatever else? Why did you go hybrid? Why did you do this, do that? Have you been to Edgeville lately at 110 combat? It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Yeah, I really hope the new Bounty Hunter changes things around or even just puts new life into the old wilderness or they, you know, put changes into the current wilderness to just make it more appealing as an actual wilderness, not just, oh, let's go to Edge and beat dicks with Storm of Armadyl. Yay. Especially with the Ganodermic out now, it's just, oh, it's absurd. So, yeah. That's all I've got for now. Oh, I'll put a link in the description to a 5-hour mix. I think I liked it, so if you just put on the not show uploads only thing on your YouTube and you're subscribed to me, you'll see it there too. But it's 5 hours of just incredible music. So if you need to skill for quest requirements, we can say words if we try. Then you know, listen to that. It's really good pump uppy music. So you know that'll help you out a lot. And also, God, what am I thinking of? Oh, I was thinking of something else. It was semi-important. All right, I've been playing a lot of Tribes Ascend lately, and if you've got a decent enough computer, I'd highly recommend checking that out. It's just a really fast-paced. Oh, I'm getting a little tipsy at the moment, apparently. It's a really fast-paced shooter, and it's like it's sci-fi, super speed related for what the mechanics are about and everything. And it's just, I don't know, it's a really cool new thing. So I've been playing that a lot. I still play a lot of Han, Dota 2, other stuff, Skyrim, just, I don't know, just a bunch of Steam games and whatnot. But anytime from now on that I play RuneScape or make a video for it, it's going to be because I want to. And I hope that, you know, is good for you guys too. If I still feel the need to ramble on like I do now just to get all my thoughts out, you know, on the line to get everything in order and to actually put everything I wanted to say, even though I never make a list for these things or I never write down all the things that I want to say to make sure I get everything. You know, once I feel content with all that I've said, I'll be done. And I think that point is now. So I hope you liked all the things I covered in this video. If you've actually watched this far, if you've actually watched to the end, then I don't know. Type getting torsos suck. Because I'm sure it probably does for a lot of people. So cheers, guys. Do have an amazing day, and I'm really sorry I, you know, bitched out and raged earlier, but it's just I forgot what making YouTube videos was about, and it's still not like a giant part of my life or anything. It's still just a little hobby that I do here and there, but I'm gonna pretty much start from scratch now, and I'm just gonna make videos for me. And if people want to come along for the ride and be my friends in that sense and just be part of that community, then that's awesome. And if you don't, then that's cool too. So, as usual, it wouldn't be a Hexing Curse video without me saying cheers, guys. Have a nice day at least 3 times. So that was 2. That was the second one. Cheers, guys. Do have an awesome day.